guys, it's Terry here with Notary to Notary, and happy Monday. Happy Monday. Are you guys awake and excited and ready to have this awesome and amazing week this week? I hope you are. So, if you guys don't know, my name is Terry, and this is the Notary to Notary channel where we teach anyone across the country how to build successful notary signing agent businesses. So today I actually have a treat for you guys. I was thinking as I was going through the courses, I kind of do pretty consistently. You guys know if you follow me on a regular basis that I have a folder in my on my email desk that is basically called content to release. And so what that folder is like over the course of time, students will give me recommended material to add to the course, as well as from social media. And so it is that time again where myself and the team are going through the course material and adding content. And so what that comes in for you guys is this is where we need to know from you guys what kind of material you want us to add to the course. The great thing about our online training is that once you're enrolled, you are enrolled forever. And so you don't have to do anything else. Once you're in the notary signing agent training, you're already in there. So when I go up online today and add more content, you don't have to do anything because you're already in there. And so you have access to the content indefinitely. And so that's actually where we're starting at. We're starting with the notary signing agent training part 1 and part 2. Hold on. I'm going to make a post on social media today, just basically like asking you guys, hey guys, any content you want us to add? We're going through the training, and I know there's been a lot of people asking me for different kinds of scripts. I know we have a lot of requests for that. So we're going to upload some different scripts and things like that. We're also going to upload a video and a script for the title, ultimate signing and title company list. So that's going to get uploaded. We have a lot of e-notary, remote online notary content to add because a lot of things have been changing. We need to update and add a lot more videos for you guys. So this week, even though I'm off because my birthday is tomorrow, is still like, so for me, I never stop working, but I do I like writing, I like creating. So for me, it's not really work. I can sit up and just write articles or create content, in my own space, and I don't really call that working. So that's what I'll be doing. And then I send it off to the editors and marketing team, and then they make it all look pretty and put it in there. And so I'm really excited. Thank you. My birthday is tomorrow, y'all. I'm super duper excited for that. I'm getting a whole lot of birthday love. I even got some gifts. So I'm really excited. I want to do like a birthday present unboxing video. I'm either going to do it. Something is going on. Okay. That's not you guys. That's me. I'm either going to do it on my birthday tomorrow or on the next day, like the 4th. It just depends. I don't want to do it and then I get more gifts later on the day because it's like, oh, I didn't get to, include everybody. So I may just do one on Wednesday and then just do it like that. So I'm really excited about that. You guys are so sweet too. I was like, oh my God, y'all so sweet. Yeah, so I'm really excited for that. So this is my week of like relaxing and things like that, but also working. If you don't know, ask somebody. I'm definitely going to Chuck E. Cheese today. I'm going to have me a nice old time. That's my gift to myself. I don't know if y'all are into Chuck E. Cheese. I have kids, so people think, oh, you're bringing your kids. No, I'm going because I like Chuck E. Cheese too. But anywho. Let's talk about it. So the notary signing agent training, I'm actually going to give you guys a quick little snippet into the course. If you guys are not enrolled into the course, you can get to see a part of it. I want to do a quick one-on-one training. And then, what did I do? I did something. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to screen share the course, and we're going to talk about what is a notary signing agent and then give you some of the basics. And really, and I had this on the screen earlier because it's the truth, and I really want you guys to understand. We were working on a video idea for TikTok, and we were talking about working from home, and you guys are going to see this later. Literally, when I was just getting ready this morning, I said, you know what? I think I'm going to do e-notary today. And so what I have is like my laptop, and today I'm just going to use Notarize. And I'm just going to have it set up, put it on live, and I basically just keep it on so I can hear if someone comes on, like in my queue. And I just keep going throughout my day. And if someone comes on, I hop on real quick, do the e-notary, and then, but it's like, I'm going to show you guys what that looks like, how you can work from home remotely and what that looks like when you're using Notarize the platform. All the other platforms are pretty similar too, and what that looks like when you are doing other stuff, but still like how to manage your day around that. And so that's what I'll be doing today, along with content creation and stuff like that. But anywho, so we'll talk about that in a minute. I did also put a post out that said New Jersey did make Ron remote online notary. Hey Shayna, hey Felicia, hey everybody. It's a lot of people on here today. Hey guys. And so I did make a post about New Jersey making Ron permanent. So a lot of you guys know that the e-notary, the remote online notarization, became a thing when COVID hit. So it was already a thing, but only in like 6 states. And then right when COVID hit and everything shut down, the majority of all the rest of the states added them on. And so, but they did it as a quick temporary law. Like, okay, you guys could do it for now. And I told you guys that most states, if not all, are eventually going to add it on as a permanent thing. And so New Jersey did do that officially a few days ago. So if you're in New Jersey and you were on the fence about becoming a remote online notary, because the law was temporary, it is now permanent. So you are safe and good to go. And you can go ahead and invest in working from home or wherever you are in your state, of course, as a remote online notary. And a lot of people are a little hesitant into getting into e-notary. And so I'm going to do another training later today about that. And I think it's really just because people don't really understand how it thoroughly works, like how to get business, how to maintain. And I think another thing a lot of students ask me is basically how do you even run a business? And so I think what I want to do is really take it back to the basics. And that's why I said, let's go through the course. I want to make it a lot more, like I want to add a lot more content. And then I want to break it down like step by step by step. Like, okay, so, I feel like it's really broken down, but now that you guys give me more questions, it's like, okay, that's a good question. Let's put that in the course. And so I want to make it so easy that anybody from not having any business experience can take my training and completely understand thoroughly how to go from no notary commission at all to a successful 6-figure notary business that grows and that can be scaled and that can build business credit. And then if they want to transition into a signing service, they can do that as well. And so that is what our goal is. I want to make it so simple and loaded with so much content. There's absolutely no reason for anybody to take the training and not be successful outside of you not applying your own, time and energy into it. And I also want to add, we're going to be adding some self-development kind of content for you guys. So we have a really cool video that you guys are going to love, I'm sure. And I wanted to get it out as soon as possible. I wanted it out last week. It's just not done. It has to be edited. So hopefully it will come out this week. So you guys, I'm telling you guys what I know. You are going to love it. Okay. You're going to love it. And so this week it's like a rebranding. If you follow me on my personal channel, you know that I said this year was, I want everybody to 6-figure earners. But now my birthday's coming up. I set new goals every birthday. I kind of do it on New Year's too. This new year of me turning 31 is millionaire goals. So everybody wants to be millionaires. And so I'm going to help you guys to scale. But if you're just following me for the first time, if you haven't seen any of the content I put out, definitely get connected. Definitely follow us, join the program, join the Facebook student group if you're not already in there, and just start working the business. Like just start getting set up, learning the industry, and then start and make your goal is 6 figures and then make it the million and just keep pushing forward. Okay. So let's talk about it. Oh, I love when you guys answer questions for me. Y'all are so sweet. Shout out to everybody who's been here for a while. We are going to do a giveaway at the end of this. Y'all have been following. I see a lot of people who hop on here as soon as I go live. They're like, hey, I'm like, hey. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. You guys are awesome and amazing. I want to give a quick shout out to everybody that I always see when we hop on here, because every time I see you, I was like, hey, I feel like we're family. And it's like, some of you guys I actually end up seeing in person, but not all the time. It's just like, it depends on the situation. But when I see you in person, I'm like, wait, then I know you. And it's like, wait, what's your social media name? And they say, like, oh, I remember you. Okay. So, anywho, y'all know Time for water. Anyway, and it's funny because y'all know, like my water. Okay, I need to figure out how to make these notifications not ding. Hold on. All right, so let's see. What does that mean for business in New Jersey as a Ron? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? That's a great thing. So making the remote online notary permanent just means that a lot of people got into it, but they weren't sure if it was going to stay or if they were going to have to like just do it for a temporary time. But it is permanent. So if you are a remote online notary in New Jersey, you are good to go. Okay, they're not retracting it. It is the law. I mean, you can always change laws, but it's a permanent. It's not temporary. Aw, thank you. Enjoy your national holiday and yay, you for taking off. Thank you, Sugar Sugar. Y'all are so sweet. But yeah, you guys always it's always so cool to see you guys like in real life, not just on social media. And it's like I really just appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. And I just love to have fun. Y'all know me. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to not green screen. I'm going to screen share you into a portion of the notary signing agent training. And so basically, I'm going to just give a brief overview and then we're going to get into some of the just basic setups. And I want to tell you about a few things that we do offer. New York needs to hurry up and approving Ron. And then don't forget, guys, that Congress actually has a bill they're voting on to make it approved across the country. And so if they pass that, then it works across the country. But they tried to pass it before and it didn't go through. That was before COVID. So I really, if I was to put money on it, I would definitely say that it's going to be passed. I would vote that it would be passed just because they really want to get everything more so online and make things easier for people to get things done. Okay, so let's talk about this notary signing agent training. Let me get you screen shared. So a notary signing agent is people might also say it's a loan signing agent. Same concept. A notary signing agent is just a notary that conducts loan closings. Okay. I love my name and I love the spelling of it, but yours is a new one for me. I'm here for it. Aww. Oh, did I spell it wrong? Oh, you told me somebody else. I thought you was talking to me. Okay, so let's do this screen share really quick. And so what I'm going to be screen sharing is from the actual training itself. And we're going to just talk about the basics of what a loan signing agent is. There is a section in the course also that talks about general notary work and how to complete general notarizations. I'm going to add actually some more. People ask me to upload more documents. So I'm going to do that. We also have attachable certificates you can download and use for your own business if you want to. So basically, you would use an attachable certificate when a document doesn't have a notary section. Okay, so a notary section typically says something along the lines of state of, county of, acknowledged before me on this date, and then you would sign and notarize that. So if a document doesn't have that, you would attach one of those attachable certificates on there. So we have those on there for you to download. But let's just talk about what a notary signing agent is. And so, trying to find it really quick. Let's see. I don't want to go too far into it, darling. I want to stay right. Actually, I'm going to start here. This is the perfect starting point. Okay. My birthday's tomorrow, but if you guys want to register for the training, make sure you go to notarytonotary.com and use promo code birthday to save 70% off, okay? All right, so this should be it right here. Okay, it's not sharing. I think it's sharing. All right, hold on. Let's see if I can get it to share. Y'all gonna hear my kids. I think he's singing. He's singing. I think he's singing. Okay. I love when you do the different voices. Oh, thank you, darling. Okay, so let's talk about this. You guys should be able to see my screen. It's basically just saying the NSA signing agent training. So the NNA is the National Notary Association, and what they do is they have a lot of things, and we're actually partnered with them. So if you go to their site, you'll see some of our content on there and our links and things like that. And then they're also on our site. And we actually produce a lot of content together. I was one of their guest speakers at the conference they just had last year, and I can't tell you guys what's coming up next because they have to announce stuff. So I just love the NNA for that. So they have the NNA signing agent certification, which basically is not required, and people get a lot of this confused. So you are not required to have a special certification to operate as a notary signing agent. Okay, except for in one state. I want to say it's Minnesota, but I could be wrong. Outside of that, all you need to do is get your notary commission. People get really, really confused by it because they see so much content online, different YouTube channels, different websites. Everybody's saying different things. And so it gets really confusing. So I'm here to clear it up for you. All you need to operate as a notary and start building your business is your notary commission. There are companies out there that will work with you without having your NNA certification, but I will tell you that the bulk of them do want you to have that NNA certification, okay? But are there some that you can work with without it? Absolutely. Do I recommend getting your NNA certification? Absolutely, okay? So the NNA certification is basically an exam that you would take, and it's about 45 questions, and they ask you basic things about the loan closing process. It's a really simple exam, but we do have a complete training in the dashboard that's going to walk you through. You see where it says NNA certification exam training? It walks you through about 50 sample questions that you can possibly see when you get on the dashboard, when you get on the exam. One moment. Water time. Okay. So basically the exam is not required, but it's recommended. And so we have a training that walks you through all the information about how to pass the exam. So we go through all that, what's needed, what package to buy, which one not to buy. And like I said, you can buy whatever you want to buy. I just basically tell you guys like what I did and what you need. So the training is basically showing you how to get set up with the least amount of money out of pocket, but to still be profitable. Okay. Minnesota, you do need a real estate loan signing certification. You can turn it. Yeah, so it's Minnesota. See, I knew it was one state. Yes, that's the only state that requires you to actually have a signing agent certification. The rest of the states, it's just recommended. It's not required. But it's completely up to you if you decide to get it. But I do recommend getting it because it does, like I said, most companies will ask you out. One of the major companies out there for building your business is SnapDocs. And SnapDocs does require you to have that NNA, NSA certification in order to start getting work from them. Now, SnapDocs, if you don't know, is not a signing service. SnapDocs is a technology platform. And so think of it like DoorDash. Okay, so when you order food on DoorDash, can you tell that I use DoorDash a lot? Okay, I kind of go between DoorDash and Uber Eats, but when you go on DoorDash as a user, you're going on there looking for a restaurant, right? And DoorDash connects you with the restaurant that then connects you with the driver who brings your food. Same concept with SnapDocs. So SnapDocs is just like that for notary. So SnapDocs is a technology platform where you would go on as a driver, and then companies come on there looking for you and then disperse you to go out and do loan closings. So they are just a technology platform. They're not actually a signing service. And to your comment, Tiffany, about them paying low, it's not SnapDocs that pays low. Very similar. Oh, you mean DoorDash? What do you mean, DoorDash or SnapDocs? DoorDash, I don't know. But SnapDocs is not paying you. It's the companies coming on the platform that pay you. For example, my signing service is called On Time Notary. We use a platform called signingorder.com, and then we dispatch through that. So when I go on signingorder.com, I set my fee what I want to pay the notary. And then I am a tipper on DoorDash, honey. Listen, okay? I'm sorry. See, don't Will making me squirrel, y'all. I was being super focused today, and Will is taking me off track. Anywho, but yeah, so basically, when the companies come on signing service, they on signing order or on SnapDocs, they send the orders out with the amount they want to pay. So it's not up to the technology platforms. It's literally a negotiation between you and the platform. And people always ask, well, when I get offered something, do I have to take it? You absolutely do not have to take it. You can always negotiate. They may deny a negotiation. That's fine. But like I said, this is your business. If you decide I don't want to take it for that reason or it's too low, that is perfectly fine. So you can negotiate there. Okay. Okay, Robin, congratulations. Plus, I think you just won the fridge. I'm so proud of you. Just pulled up to one of my 3 signings today. Robin is another student, and she won the fridge that I gave away, the little mini fridge. I hope it's in your car. We gave away for the giveaway we had last week. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, so let me get into this really quick, and we can actually make a game out of it, and this is how we can do a quick giveaway. Okay, so let's go really quick. Let's do this one. Okay, so basically when you get to the trend, you can't hear the audio because I paused it. Basically, there's questions in here, and then we actually go through the questions, and then we ask. I present the question, and I let you answer, and then I'll explain what the correct answer is. So for this one, if a notary signing agent normally collects fingerprints for all signers in order to complete a notarization in a state where fingerprinting is not required, what should the signing agent do if at a closing the borrower refused to provide their fingerprints to the notary signing agent? Is it A, refuse to complete the closing, B, have the signer sign a refusal form and cancel the closing, or C, complete the notarization anyway? What do you guys think? And then we're going to talk it through. 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 Okay, so if you're in a state that does not have fingerprinting as a requirement, it is not the law in order for you to conduct the notarization, and the borrower does not want to provide fingerprints, the correct thing to do would be to complete the notarization anyway, because you wouldn't refuse the signing because it's not the law, okay? And you remember, you're not an employee of the state, but you are, what's the word they call it? Commissioned through the state. And so you want to make sure that you're notarizing according to the law. So you can't do, that's like saying, well, I'm not. Now, there are times when you can deny a notarization for, like, if you feel like the person's lying, if you feel like they have a fake ID, if you feel like the person is signing is being pressured to sign, or they're not of mental awareness to be able to sign. There are some times when you can deny, but this is not a reason to deny someone, especially if it's not required for your state. Now, there is another question that I had asked to me at a conference, where there was a lady, and you might be on here, the one who told me the question, who had drew up for her company. It's like when she went to loan closings and the borrower decided not to sign, she was requiring them to fill out a form that basically was explaining why they chose not to sign. And then but the problem with that was she was basically she was like guaranteeing them like 3 days or something. She was like giving them some kind of guarantee, like, if you fill this out, then you have like 3 more days to get everything figured out and they'll hold your loan, right? I forgot why she was doing it. It was her own created form. So first of all, no sir and no ma'am. Okay. So if you get to a loan closing and someone decides they don't want to sign for whatever reason, you cannot guarantee their loan is going to close, period. Okay. A lot of people say, well, but I think the problem that I had with that form was that she was under the impression that all loans have a 3-day right to cancel, and they absolutely do not. And what you don't want to do is tell somebody, oh, well, just fill this form out and it gives you 3 business days to, still be able to close. That is not the case. And so you want to be really careful when you are so me personally, I don't really see a need of anyone creating any kind of additional document for someone to fill out outside of your attachable certificate that you fill out and you add to their document. The only thing that they would fill out that you have, sometimes people fill out their notary journal or sign their notary journal. That's about it. You're not really bringing documents to be completed. Typically, I'm trying to what I'm saying is I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything, because it's possible, because I'm human. Typically, they will be giving you the documents to be completed. So you really should not be giving them anything unless it's a loan closing, which is still something that the lender gave you. It's not something that you personally are creating as the notary, okay? And that's why it's really important, because you'll get phone calls from people who are saying, oh, can you create a will for me? Or can you make a power of attorney for me? You have to be really careful as a notary. If not all states, then the majority of them, just because I haven't read every single state handbook, has a clause in there that says you cannot practice law. Okay, you want to avoid the unauthorized practice of law. And so that does include drafting a will for a client. Now there is some areas where you can still do things like that. Like sometimes you'll get phone calls, and I get them sometimes, where people will say, can you type up my will? I can type up your already handwritten will. I can do that. That's just typing. I'm not changing anything. Sometimes you'll see people say, well, I handwritten it. I don't have a computer, or whatever the case is. Can you type it up for me really quick, print it off, and then we can notarize it? You can do that, but you cannot draft a will, like create it. I'm going to create a will for you. So I'm very specific with people when they say, oh, can you do my will for me? You can handwrite a will that you want done, or you can, handwrite it to me, and I can then type it up, and then we can print it off, but I'm not going to draft it for you. Okay. Does that make sense? How do you check if an ID is fake? So I'm not the ID checker person, and you don't have to get that much into it. The only thing, it's not that serious. The only thing you want to do is just make sure that the picture matches up. And so that's why it's important to write everything down. To write everything out, that's why you have your notary journal. You write down the ID information, make sure the pictures line up. They have to have an ID with a picture on it so you can match face to face. And then complete the notarization like that. But you can't really check if an IDs. Most IDs that are fake look legit real. So it's not like you're gonna have a scanner. There is a company out there that's just started marketing to notaries to actually download an app. I think it's an app. I'm saying this, I'm not gonna say the company because I don't know how legit it is. Companies pop up out the woodworks all the time. But basically where you can scan their ID and say if it's real or fake. I would just be mindful, because anybody can make anything, and especially nowadays, you don't want to pay for something that's not legit, and then it could be rejecting IDs that's perfectly fine. You know what I mean? So I'm very careful when it comes to that. Okay, cool. All right, so let's do one more question, and then we'll talk a little bit more about notary signing agents. So let's skip ahead to nope. Well, that's a good one. A borrower asks for explanation of the notary signing fee found on the closing disclosure. How should you respond? So the notary signing fee is the fee that you are being paid for completing the signing. Now, not all times will it be clearly written as notary signing fee. It could be rolled into the title fee. It could be rolled into a number of things. It could have the signing service that hired you fee, and it might not always say, but sometimes it will say notary closing fee. Okay. And so there have been times where borrowers do ask, about the fee, like, what is this fee? And so how should you respond? A, explain that this is the fee the signing company will receive for arranging your closing and will also be split with you. B, offer to call the loan officer to explain the fee. Or C, tell the borrower this is the amount that needs to be paid to you directly at the table. Let's talk about it. What do you guys think? Let's talk about it. I only see one answer. Okay, I see a few. I see some A's. I see some B's. I see A's and B's. No one thinks it's C? Does anybody think it's C? What do you guys think? Oh my goodness, if my phone rings one more time. Okay. I see some more B's. I see some A's. Okay. If you type a will and it doesn't have the notary wording, would you attach a separate certificate? If I type a will, I'm going to type the notary wording on there. But if you get a will that doesn't have notary wording, then yes, you can add it. If I'm typing, I'm going to put it on there. Anything I type about, I always add. Definitely not C. Someone said A. All right, so let's talk about it. If a borrower asks for explanation of the notary signing fee, so your closing fee, how should you respond? Let's talk about C. So it's definitely not C. Reason being, you don't tell the borrower the amount that they need to pay direct at the table because the borrower is not paying you at the table. Your signing fee is already rolled into their loan. Okay, so that's one reason why if you work for a signing service or a title company, typically you won't have the problem from title, but a signing service and you don't get paid your fee, you never go to the borrower and ask them for your fee because technically they've already paid you. They paid that money out when they closed on their loan. Okay, so then that fee is with title, that what they pay. So you can either take it up with title or the signing service, but usually it's the signing service because title pays the signing service. So more times than likely, if you call a title company because a signing service hasn't paid you, they're going to say, we already paid title. Half the time, they're not even going to talk to you. They say, we already paid title. I don't know. I mean, we already paid the signing service. And so, but for that reason, you never go to the borrower, okay? The other thing is, okay, then we said what? People say, A, explain the fee is the signing company, and wait, explain that this is the fee the signing company will pay you for the closing. Okay, what's the word in this sentence, this answer that gives it away that's wrong? What word gives this completely away that it's the wrong answer? And I say it all the time. Not split with you. It's explain. Okay. So we don't explain fees. Okay. We can show you where they are, but we don't explain. We tell the what, but not the why. So if they say, what is the fee I'm paying you? It's right here. It's $150. If they say, what's my appraisal fee? It's right here. If they say, well, how did they get to that? Or why am I paying this much? Or who pays this notary sign? Now we're getting into why answers. And for that reason, we do not do whys. We only do the what. Okay, we do the what and not the why. So the correct answer is B, offer to call the loan officer to explain the fee. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is just a little snippet really quick of what's in the training. But yeah, if you are not in the training, make sure you join in at notarytonotary.com and use promo code birthday to save 70% off the online training. Hold on, I'm back. Y'all don't mind me. Okay. We explained the what and not the why. Typically, that's what we do. All right, y'all. So this is basically what the training is. I mean, it goes over a lot of things, but I definitely want to get you guys input on things you want to add. There's also the list of signing companies in here that you can download. So you can market your notary businesses to. We talk about attorney states in here, so you can learn if you are an attorney state and you didn't know how to work and operate in an attorney state. There is that information there. You said the mommy mute. That's what it is, the mommy mute. What if you get a commercial closing and they have their attorney there needing additional documents notarized outside of what the signing service issued? Do you charge additional fees to the attorney? You can, but I look at that as an opportunity to make a connection. And so if I was there and the attorney just had a few extra pages, I would probably just say, oh, don't worry about it, because I want to get in the attorney's good graces, because attorneys always need things notarized. And so I want to become the go-to person to that attorney. And so there are times when I have to see if it's in my best benefit to charge a couple extra dollars to get pages notarized, or to use that time to promote myself, have that sales, that marketing thing on, build that relationship, and potentially have way more signings through that attorney. And so you kind of have to gauge, especially if it's a commercial closing. You definitely want to try and get in good graces. But once again, this is your business. Okay, so if you say no, I want all my money, then go for it. But you're gonna start to see like when it's a good time to, and that's a part of business too, because sometimes it's all about, it's not sometimes, all the time it's about building relationships. It's always about how can I build relationships that will help my business grow. Okay, so networking is super duper important, and we talk about that as well. Treating your business like a business and not just like a hobby, or just I'm just a notary. No, you're growing a business. Okay, so you got an LLC. You don't have to do it right out the gate, but make sure you get it done. You're going to build that business credit. If you don't have business credit, you need to get it set up. If you are still using your personal funds to grow your business, you are making a huge mistake. Not only that, I really want to get some content added to this training too, guys, to show. I probably will put it in the business credit, or I'll put it in the tax financial management, showing you guys how to get government funding and state and local program funding that will help your business. So one thing I know you guys have had to have seen that you could probably relate to is you guys saw all the COVID funding that came out for businesses. And I talk about that all the time. Like individuals, compared to what businesses got, individuals got like a drop in the bucket. Okay, there were so many funding opportunities of free money that was just handed out during COVID. And it looks like they're probably going to do round 2 again. The SBA just put out a second round increase for the EIDL. If you don't know what that is, we'll talk about that later. But there has been so many funding opportunities and basically just free money being handed out to businesses. And what you have to remember is this is a business. Stop running it like a hobby. Stop running it like a little something on the side. You can really grow and scale. And I will say one thing, I was actually telling somebody this morning, because I always say that businesses have extra perks and benefits, and I don't care what you do. I think everybody needs to have at least one business, period. I don't care if you continue to work a job, you still need a business. And we were talking about COVID and how things are starting to shut back down again and things like that. And I made a joke and I said, well, go get some toilet paper because you know they're going to run out. You know, everyone's going to go and we're going to have toilet paper shortage again. But it was a joke. And then we were laughing about it. And I said, but do you realize one thing? I don't know if you guys know this, if you have business accounts places, the one place that did not run out when individuals could not find things, businesses had access. And so business suppliers were still dispersing toilet paper and hand sanitizer and cleaning supplies. Trust me, because I was one of them placing my orders. And so having that business gave me access to things that I could not normally get as an individual trying to shop on Amazon or going into Kroger's or other grocery stores because they weren't in there. And so that's what I'm saying. It's a small comparison, but I really want you guys to really begin to understand the benefits of having a business. Okay. And so really get into your mind that I'm not just a notary signing agent. I'm a business, okay? Not I am myself, but I have business that's running, that I'm growing. Shout out to Jacqueline, who just got her DUNS number. We talk about that in the training. If you don't know what a DUNS number is, definitely head over to notarytonotary.com and take my business credit course. There is a business credit 102. It's not going to be added to 101. It's going to be completely separate. And so these courses, guys, are really cheap, okay? I think the business credit live that I'm doing, I think it's like $27. I think I put it for. The one that we had was like $47, and this one is either $47 or $27. And like, I'm just giving you guys everything you need to know at this point. And then you got the promo. On top of that, you have the promo. At this point, it's literally just investing in yourself. And so a lot of companies are not successful because they don't invest in themselves and they don't understand how to run your business like a business. I saw someone that made a post, and I need to find her and connect with her because we're making a lot of mistakes too early on, and I want to kind of fix that. If you're an individual and you have it's just you and your company, you do not have to go through the whole process of setting up ADP and running payroll on yourself. You can manually run payroll yourself. Okay, and the reason why I say that is because there's a lot of fees that goes in with that. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. We'll get to that point later. People ask a lot, how do you pay yourself? How do you do the S corp? How do you, set up everything where you're making, hey, how do you set your business to be profitable and then also pay yourself? And how do you handle that whole tax thing? And so that's what I'm saying. It's in the course. We're adding more content for you guys to really start walking you through that. But just to reflect, I really want you guys to start thinking of your business as a business and running it that way. That means, Jacqueline, that we're not using our debit card, our personal debit card to get gas for our personal car that we're driving around. We're not using cash to pay for business cards. We're not using our personal money to fund a business, okay? We're going to use business credit to fund the business. And then when money comes in, because we're going to be profitable fairly quickly, because we're going to implement all the steps, we're going to reinvest a portion, typically between 30 and 50%. So that way we can continue to grow the business. And then you can also pay yourself out of that, okay? And so it's really important to set your company up for success. Super cool. Definitely been applying and receiving funds for my business. Side note, what we're going to talk about also, because someone had asked me about it and I forgot, but I'm going to talk about in Business Credit 102. So a lot of people were telling me that they started, applying for business credit. And some people were still, I love y'all, but y'all was doing it the wrong way. And I said, I did not say that. Like, it makes me mad sometimes, but I understand I got to back up a little bit. It's similar to the notary signing agent training. People will take the training and then they'll do something completely different than what I said. That's not what I said. That's why it's not working. Now, I'm not saying you can't try something else, but don't get mad at me if it doesn't work and I didn't say that. Okay? So let's go back. Okay? If I'm telling you not to use your home address for business credit and you use your home address, what do you want from me? I don't understand at this point. If I'm telling you not to use a Gmail and you use a Gmail, I don't understand. Right? And so, but there are some people who are following the steps and they're still hitting a little bit of traction. So that's what we're going to talk about in 102. So some people, when you get denied for business credit, we're going to talk about this in the training. A lot of times it's because, so when you apply for a credit card or business funding, typically just focus on credit cards. Okay. You're putting your information to a computer and it's just a basic algorithm. Okay. It's just pulling up information. It's just searching stuff and then it's going to give you an answer based off of your online profile, which is why I said everything that your business is associated with needs to match. Okay. Whatever your business is, everything needs to match. Everything needs to be, it can't, I'm telling you what I know. Okay. But sometimes the computer is wrong. And I've done this several times where I got denied or I got a lower credit amount than what I wanted. And what I did was I called. And that's one thing you can do. So we're going to talk about that in 102. If you actually get a live person, they will review your credit application and they can push it through. A lot of times it's just because they're missing something, or it could be you typed something in wrong. I've had something before. Somebody said, "Oh, you put your EIN number wrong, or you put this in wrong." And so machines make mistakes. Okay, and also one company I did it with was Quill. I'm not telling y'all to blow Quill's phone number up. I'm just saying I'm not gonna name nobody else's name because I'm trying to well, Vanessa said. But they gave me a credit line that I didn't want. And so I called and I got a person and I basically explained to them, this is what I'm looking to do. I need this amount in credit. And then she increased my credit limit based off of that conversation. And so that's one thing you can do too, is that sometimes the computers are wrong. They're making mistakes. And so calling when you think you get denied can turn a denial into an approval, because it could be just something small, or your address couldn't be found online. Or it could be we didn't see this, or we don't see this, or whatever the case is. And so it's just a little bit of tweaking is necessary, okay? I'm happy to announce I received my commission this morning. Check you out. Let's get it. Let's get it. So, yeah. So if you want to sign up for that training, that is on the website, notarycenary.com. That is the business credit course. So we have a few courses online. You can use promo code BIRTHDAY to get 70% off. Now, the only course you cannot use that on is Business Credit 102, because that's a live training and you don't use the promos in the live trainings. But every 101 you can do: notary signing agent, tax and financial management, marketing, the all-inclusive bundle, Ron, the e-notary training, business credit, and for the ultimate signing and title company list that gives you over 2,000 companies that you can directly market your notary business to. Okay, and you can use promo code BIRTHDAY to save 70% on that. Okay, and so I want to help you guys learn how to take your notary commission and then use it, build it, grow your business, and make six figures. Okay, so that is my goal. That's all I do. That's not all I do, but that's what I'm trying to help you guys do. Okay. Quill and Uline are good. Ask me to come up with Quill Blues member. I will tell you, y'all, Quill give out more coupons in a little bit. And I don't know if they're still doing this, but they let you double up on them. Like I put on it before like 3 coupons, and it all went on there. It was like score. I love when companies let you do that. If you're looking to get notary supplies, you can also go to Allstate Notary Supply and use promo code Notary to Notary. They ship really quickly, and it'll give you 10% or 15% off your order. So if you need notary supplies, definitely go to Allstate Notary Supplies. I've been using them for a while. They're one of the most affordable, because sometimes you can go places and you'll see when you start shopping around. That's who I started with. I always tell y'all when I find companies that are good, but I started with them. I love them. Great customer service. I never have any issues with them. And so, yeah, there's that. Cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am going to go live a little bit later, and we're going to talk about probably Ron or tax financial management. But what we are doing today, and you'll see the post come out, the Ron training is in the all-inclusive. Yes. We're going to be talking about, I'm going to put a post out talking about asking you guys what content you want me to add to the course. So, of course, you have to be in the course to see what's not in there, okay? So definitely Allstate Notary Supplies. So I'm going to type it again for you. Hold on. AllstateNotarySupplies.com, and you can use promo, Notary to Notary to save on that. Well, welcome to the party. Do you recommend getting a business address separate from your home address? Absolutely. Okay. You are not your business. Okay. Your business is separate. You are you. Your business is separate. Companies actually look up your address, and if they see a house, honey, you're out of there. Okay. They don't want that, because if you're operating out of your house, it gives them the idea that you're a small company. You're a small business. It's a hobby. You're going to go out of business, especially now. They have to be very mindful. A lot of companies are, crashed and had to close due to COVID. So they're very careful, and they're not just going to give out credit to some random person. Reason why, not a P.O. box either. Don't do that. Reason why is that if you set your business up the right way, and I'm not telling you to do this, but I'm telling you this is what everybody does, okay? If you set your business up the right way that I'm telling you to, should your business happen to go bankrupt, okay, you can walk away from it scot clean. Okay, because you have everything separated. And that's why I say you need to LLC. And that's why I'm very, very careful. I really don't like people doing personal guarantors on things. Sometimes you have to. You don't have to, depending on what you're trying to do. But as much as possible, you want to go for no personal guarantor, and you want everything to be with your business EIN and not with your social. That being said, if something were to happen and your business tanks and you have all these credit lines open and you're not a personal guarantor and you bankrupt that company, you just shut that company down. It's not attached to you as an individual. And that's what happens in business. If you don't know, just look out and see how many companies file for bankruptcy every year and shut their businesses down. A lot of people. Okay, they have so many LLCs for all different businesses. Especially people who are in real estate. That's a big thing people do that are real estate investors. They make each individual house their own separate LLC. So if this house is not profitable, I lose money on it, whatever the case is, I can shut that down, and it doesn't mess up all the rest of the houses that I have, and it's not going to bankrupt me. And so people always ask me, should I do an LLC, which is a limited liability company? Absolutely. When I first started, I did not have that, but that's because I did not know what I knew then. But I also say you have to start where you are. If you have to start as a sole proprietor, that's fine. You can change it later, but get started. Okay. But yeah, when you set up as an LLC, if anything happens, I can separate myself. But if I'm operating as a sole proprietor, and I am my business essentially, if I get sued or if I default on my credit or whatever the case is that's on me through my sole proprietorship, now all of my personal assets are up for grabs. Okay. And you don't want to do that. You don't. Plus you pay higher taxes. And so I was funny. I was listening to I was a guy talking about how the system is set up. And so when you get a regular paycheck, like say you're working a job and you get a regular paycheck, you actually pay the highest taxes in this country. Okay. Most of you guys have heard before. When you work a regular job, if you go clock in, clock out a regular job, you pay the highest amount of taxes in this country. As Robert Kiyosaki was talking about it. And he said the goal in this country is to leverage other people's money, pay as little as possible in taxes, and it was something else. I forgot what it was. But basically, that's how the wealthy stay wealthy. And so they try to avoid paying taxes. And it's not hard to, and people always say that. I'm not going to name names because I don't like to do politics. But if you just look into the business realm, people always get on major corporations and people that are wealthy, and they're saying they're evading taxes. Now, there are people out there who are evading taxes, but the way that the IRS code is written, it's written more so in the favor of people with money. And how many of you guys even know, what some of the laws are as far as, the IRS code and how to file and what to file and what you can deduct and what you can't deduct and different credits and things like that. A lot of us don't know. And so our lack of information is costing us. Okay. It feels illegal, but it's so not. I know, that's what I'm saying. And so that's why it's important to learn, how to set your business up the right way. Listen, y'all, I'm telling you what I know. But it's important to set up your business the right way. So that way, when it's coming time to pay taxes, like this, I heard the perfect analogy. One of my coaches told me probably like 4 or 5 years ago. And he was saying, the way you are operating is completely backwards, like probably 5 years ago. And I said, what do you mean? That's what he said. If you go work a job and you get a paycheck, what's on that paycheck? It's going to be, okay, you work 80 hours. You got $4,000, right? They're going to take out Medicare. They're going to take out federal taxes, state taxes. You might even have local taxes. They're going to take out, what else on a pay stub? I haven't seen one in so long. They take out a bunch of stuff, right? And then, not to mention, you have an IRA, if you have health insurance, all that comes out. And then you get what's left, right? When you get what's left, now you take that and you go pay your car note. You go pay your car insurance. You pay your rent or your mortgage. You pay your light bill. You pay all your bills, right? And then you have this left to play with, okay? That's backwards, okay? You probably like, what do you mean? That's what everybody does. No, they don't, okay? What you should do, which is what the wealthy people do, is that you start a business, okay? In that business has generated income, right? It has brought in revenue. To operate that business, it has expenses, including your car that you're driving as a notary signing agent, including your gas that you're putting into driving as a notary signing agent, including whatever else. The only thing most people typically don't include is their mortgage or their rent. Some people, there are little ways I heard people get around that. I'm not a tax person. I'm not getting involved in that. But if you have an in-home office, there are some ways you can get use that portion too. But when he told me, he was like, everything that you use, your clothes, that is a business expense. And now business expense is different from a business tax deduction. But we'll talk about that later. So a business expense is basically saying, well, this came out business money. All right. And then this is what's getting paid to me at the end of the day. Okay. So people use business income to travel. As long as you're going somewhere and you had a meeting, that was a business trip. Okay. Flight, hotel, trip. Okay, when you go out to eat, you brought somebody with you, y'all talk business, that was a business expense. And so it's backwards. I'll say you pay everything you possibly can through your business. You get your revenue, you pay everything through your business, and then you cut your check. Okay. And then you cut your check. And when you cut your check, now this is not even really important, because the majority of what you had to pay that really counts went through your business. You do still have a check, but your check is just taking care of your personal things. That's like, it's not that much stuff. It's very few and in between. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why I'm saying, like, it's, and then oh, how do you tell me? There's one more thing. There's one more thing. But yeah, so it's backwards. It's the, and then the taxes is different. So you're getting taxed when you do that with your business. You get taxed off what's left. Okay. Versus when you're getting a paycheck, you get taxed on the whole thing. So when you're as a business, you're getting in that revenue, and then you're spending, and then you're writing off. And when you write off, what's left is what they're taxing you on. Does that make sense? Versus the whole thing. Like when you work a job and they take your whole check and say, okay, this is your whole check. Let's get to taxing. Okay? Does that make sense? Seems like lower tax liability any way you can to lower profits on paper. Can I always go back to the course and review once I'm finished? Yes, so you have access to the course indefinitely. I got an assignment to do my first e-notary, and I panicked. They took the job. John, we got problems. Ma'am, we got problems. We're gonna have to talk, Miss Jones. Don't do that no more. Okay? Why did you panic? You should have took it and then call me or send me a message and say, Vanessa, help me. And then I would have walked you through it. Don't not take it. Like, take it. Fear is not real. Fear is false evidence appearing real. And the thing is, this is the crazy part. The thing is, the next time you get a job, you will have that same feeling. You got to take it eventually. So just take it, get over it. And once you do it, you're like, man, I was not even afraid. What was that? Right? And now you got dollars. You know, you can't spend fear. You can't spend fear. But you can spend dollars. That's what I always say. Like, can I spend that? I can't spend sorries. Right? So you can't spend fear. I'm gonna need you to take the next one. Okay? Ma'am. I love you though. You know I love you. Okay. I'm definitely gonna panic. About me messaging you, Vanessa, ASAP. Yeah, you got this, y'all. And it's okay to be a little nervous. I'm not saying that you won't be nervous. I'm saying be afraid and do it anyway. That's what I'm saying. Be scared and do it anyway. Okay? So yeah, you guys can go to notarycenter.com, promo code birthday, sign up for the all-inclusive because it's 70% off. On Wednesday, it's going back to the regular price. And so you literally get the whole thing. Well, basically almost the whole thing for like, it's like ridiculously low. Like, or you can get pieces that you're like, oh, wait, let me add this on and add it, and I'm paying more at the end of the day. So get the all-inclusive training and then just add on, I think you have to add on business credit. But you can use the promo code more than once. So yeah, cool. Yes, love it. I still love you, Joan. You know I love you. Thank you, guys. Our birthday is tomorrow. I'm going to have me a whole situation. Listen, I'm going to have me a whole situation. Okay? It's going to be a lot. All right, y'all. That is all. Set the clock on the wall. I need some help. I took the course, passed everything, and now I'm a certified business LSA, but no business. So have you implemented the course? Did you sign up with all 50 companies? Did you set up the Google business page? What have you done? Let me add business credit too. Honey, let's get it. Come on, mamas. Come on. You gotta invest in this. There was no replay for the Chicago because we did not have the actual conference. We just did. We had to, it was a lot. But disregard. There's no replay for that. It's hot. Y'all see me? I look a little misty, don't I? I think it's a little hot. I think it's this ring light over here. I'm trying to look cute, but it's cooking me, I think. It's, how long I've been out? Yeah, I think I'm getting cooked. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited for my birthday, y'all. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's going to be a whole situation. But I am going to do some giveaways tomorrow. And they're going to be based off of prior live. So go back and watch them. I'm telling you what I know. I'm just talking about things that I ran. I might watch a few actually and get some questions off of there. The questions that I've done on the lives that I've done on Instagram and on YouTube. So go back and rewatch the YouTube videos that I put out there. Go, and guys, can y'all follow me on TikTok? Thank you. I'm having the fun. It's quite enjoyable. It's quite enjoyable. I'm really enjoying TikTok. It's a lot of fun. Anywho, do you need a website in order to have a business ready? Yes. Build a website. Weebly or Wix. If you're gonna do GoDaddy, go to retailmenot.com and use a promo code. Do not pay like more than $30 for this. Like you could get hosting and a domain for under that. Okay. Does going onto the Facebook page help too? I think everything on the Facebook page, like right now, I'm streaming to YouTube and Facebook at the same time, so it should all be the same. Thanks for giving us gifts on your birthday. You're welcome. Oh my gosh, my phone keeps ringing, y'all. But I am gonna put a post out in a second where I want you guys to really let me know any content you want me to add, anything in the training. If you're going through the training, like, hey Vanessa, can you add this or can you add that? Definitely respond on that post because this week I'm just gonna be creating content and just pushing it out there. Also, guys, if you have not grabbed my book on Amazon, it is on there. Just go to Amazon, search Vanessa Terry, and you will see 2 books. One available now, one available on August 31st. The first one is How to Make $1,000 a Week as a Notary Public. And the second one is the DIY Do-It-Yourself Remote Online Notary Guide, the ultimate guide to helping you build a remote online business that will teach you how to... Okay, we gotta do an interview. I love interviews. Teach you how to build your remote online business and work from home, okay? I went to your course in DC, I think, and have made over $15,000 since. Yay! Don't you just love money? Money is fun, honey. I'm not even lying. The dollars just feel good. They do. They give you a sense of freedom. It's something about it. It's just, look at that. That was nice. I'm so super happy for you. Definitely send me a message on Facebook or Instagram or send me an email. And I love doing student interviews. So if you have taken my course, and you want to share your story, your testimony with everybody else, let me know. We can definitely hop on a live and get your story told. People need to see it. People are on Facebook and all these groups. People are just as negative, and they're basically being negative Nancy's and telling people that they can't do it. And half of them, I think, are doing it because they don't want you to get into the business and take money from them because they think that money is limited when it's absolutely not. There's literally billions of dollars, like trillions of dollars on this planet. Like there are certified millionaires being created every day on social media. And people are so closed-minded to think that there's not enough money for everybody when there absolutely is. And I think that comes from poverty and like a self of greed and things like that. And they feel like there's a lack. Like, I need you to understand, there are billions of dollars getting transferred from different companies every day. Like, there is money everywhere. There is more than enough money for everybody to have money. And so if you're in one of those groups and people are being negative, they probably just don't want to share with you and they just lying to you so you don't make no money. That's it. Is signing up for Google domain sufficient, or do I still need to do GoDaddy? You just need a website. You just need one website. I already have my first book and reserved the second book. Yay! There is enough for everybody. How long should it take to go through your LSA's training? So most people go through it one time, and they go back and actually implement the steps. It really depends. It depends on how you go through it. If you're gonna go through each module, which I recommend going through each module and setting things up as you go through, so that way you're not like, some people go through the whole thing and they try to implement off of one quick run and they end up missing stuff. And they're like, oh, I'm not making any business. And I have to go back through with the one-on-one coaching program and say, okay, did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this? But everything that we're talking about is in the training. And so that's why you have access to it. And definitely, if you're not making money, go back through the training and make sure you've implemented everything that I said first, and then send me an email. How long? Okay, is the business credit 101 in the all-inclusive? No, it's not. It's separate. And so it's business credit 102. That one's separate too. All right, guys. That is all. It's the clock on the wall. You guys are the best ever. I'm going to see you guys away, go. Do me a favor and go to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube if you're not already on there. And follow Notary to Notary so that way we can reach more people and increase our user engagement and tell more people about this wonderful business because it's awesome, right? Awesome sauce. Don't forget to use promo code BIRTHDAY to save 70% off the online training. And I think that is about it for right now anyway. I'll probably go live again later today. And I will see you guys luego. Bye. Happy signing. Do, 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 do.